This video will provide some strategies for effectively communicating with faculty via email. In part 1, we'll discuss some do's and don'ts for email communication, then move on to the professional email layout, length and scope, frequency, disclosure, and when to hit send. Part 2 will cover some useful email templates in a separate video. First, some do's for email. These are things you definitely want to do when communicating with faculty via email. Do send the email from your campus email account. Include a clear and concise subject line, which usually includes the course name or number. Open with a polite greeting, such as Dear Professor Smith. Close with a professional signature, such as Sincerely, Chris Student. Have a definite objective and stay focused on it. Be direct about your question or request. Allow at least one full business day for a response before reaching out again, and use standard punctuation. Now, in contrast, here are some don'ts, some things we definitely want to avoid when communicating with faculty through email. We don't want to send messages from our phones or send messages late at night. We don't want to send multiple messages because, remember, we're giving at least one full business day for a response. We do not want to send messages that will not allow for a useful response. We do not want to copy multiple recipients when the email is meant for one person. We do not want to disclose detailed personal or disability-related information, especially when requesting accommodations. We do not want to use casual language, all caps, or slang, or bring up topics that are not related to our objective. Now we're going to break that information down into more manageable steps. We're going to start with the professional email layout. We can see that the subject line reads DSAB 65103 DB question, so it includes the course number in it. Below that, we see a polite greeting of Dear Professor Smith, then a space, followed by the topic or objective, which reads, I was very interested in the recent discussion board forum. What other books would you recommend on the subject? Then a space follows the question. It reads, Thank you for your time, which is a polite closing, and that is followed by, on a separate line, the professional signature of Sincerely, Chris Student. We see from this example not only what information we should include, but also the formatting, that is, the spacing between certain areas. Now we'll discuss length and scope. The length and scope refer to how long the body of your email is and how many details you include. One of the most important aspects that we talked about in the professional email layout was the objective. The objective is what you need help with, your question, your goal. When writing an email to a professor, stay focused on that objective and do not stray from it. If you need to ask a question about an assignment, ask the question. You do not need to include details about why you are asking the question. If you stay focused on your objective, your length and scope should be rather narrow. Next, we'll talk about frequency. Faculty members have many tasks beyond answering emails. It is reasonable to give them some time to respond to an email before we send follow-up emails. A good rule of thumb is to give a faculty member at least one full business day to respond to an email before you send a follow-up email. I understand that it can be anxiety-provoking waiting for a response to a question, but the faculty member is not intentionally avoiding your email. They just need a little bit more time to get to it. Our next topic is disclosure. In this context, disclosure is the disclosing or sharing of personal information. Instead of sharing this personal information with faculty, there are other appropriate offices on campus. For example, this presentation is from the Office of Student Disability Services, so we will focus on disability disclosure. It is not necessary to reveal disability information in an email to faculty because it is rarely, if ever, related to your objective. As an example, let's say you have not been able to focus because of your ADHD, so your assignment is going to be late and you need an extension. The objective there is to get an extension on the assignment. The only information you need to include in the email is that you need an extension on the assignment and to remind the instructor about your approved accommodations. You do not need to share your ADHD diagnosis or your current struggles with focusing. If you want to discuss those things, please reach out to the Office of Disability Services instead of the faculty member, who would likely refer you to our offices regardless. As another example, if you've missed an assignment due to a flare-up, your objective is to apologize for doing so and separately contact the Office of Student Disability Services. You can say to your instructor that you have not been feeling well, but anything in depth about the disability or symptoms is something that is better shared with the Office of Student Disability Services. Now a review of those do's and don'ts. Do send from campus email. Do follow the professional email layout. Do focus on your objective. Do include a proper subject line. And do use respectful tone and punctuation. Don't send the email without reading it through for spelling or grammar mistakes. Don't send multiple messages. Don't send the email late at night. And don't disclose personal information. Thank you for sticking with us for this review of communication with faculty via email. I hope that you learned some tools that you can use to facilitate more effective communication with your faculty members. If you'd like to learn more and see successful sample emails, please view Communicating with Faculty via Email, Part 2. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the Office of Student Disability Services. Thank you.